Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I am the Beard with Kaplow Entertainment, and we are continuing our first impressions of this game, somewhat of a review. I've had a chance to poke around. I got a little bit further into it. I got out of the tutorial, which was our last visit to the game. Spent a little bit of time, got to know it. I've serviced a number of vehicles. A lot of brake jobs, a lot of front end, rear end jobs. It really is true to the form a car mechanic simulator. Now, I only poked around a little bit with 2015. I never really had a chance to get into it. So I'm doing this as a fresh look, a completely stand-alone, if you will, as compared to basing it off a previous game. I really do like, first off, the immersion of the game. I find that, you have a lot of components that you can use. You have a lot of different options. The progression in the game is pretty good with the toolbox. You simply work through and pick whatever it is. It's very straightforward. You get skill points as you level up. You level up from doing repairs. And you can unlock them as you go. Unlocking them lets you up the size of your shop, grants you new abilities such as speed and so on and so forth. It's quite good. You can unlock a tablet, so you can jump right to your tablet rather than walking to your computer. And this is where you find everything at hand, your tire shop, rims, all your parts, your body shop, etc. So pretty cool. I am quite liking it. I must say I'm getting a little bit addicted. As you can see, I've got $13,850. That's kind of grindy. That's with about 10 repairs, I believe I got done in total. So, on my basis of a review, yes, I would recommend, if you like the simulation style games, to go ahead and pick this up. You can get it right now on Steam at a sale price, which is pretty good. If you are worried about the money, well, there's always a sale at Halloween that'll be coming up. The summer sale, I believe, is over, but, there are options. So, if you're not too worried about the dollar figure, pick it up whatever you like. But as I say, it is on sale right now. You can get the DLCs at a cheap price. Or you can do as I did and buy the silver package, which gives you the Mazda and the Dodge DLC. So that's more or less where I'm at right about now, guys. The game itself is very straightforward in the sense that you take on an order. You can pick which one you like. This guy, for instance, knocking sound coming from suspension. Controlling car feels loose. So we'll take this order. I'll give you a quick run through before the video is over to show you what you can expect for gameplay. You have to ignore my cat going a little crazy in the background. I do apologize. We just got home from a camping trip yesterday, so the cat's a little bit frantic. She will not stop. She's pretty made up that we're all home. You gotta love it. Cat love. Okay, so we first brought our car in. We go ahead and we grab this thing. I like to move it to the hoist because no matter what we do, we generally need to lift it. So let's go ahead and do so. Now you have a couple options you can do. First thing, if a list is provided, you can check your car status. It'll tell you all the parts that you need. So in this case, we need a rear shock absorber, wheel hub bearing, sway bar rear end link, and a front drive shaft. So I'm going to go ahead. Now this is where, unfortunately, my memory retention isn't the best anymore. So rear shock absorber A, wheel hub bearing, wheel shock absorber A. Let's go ahead, go into parts. Wheel shock absorber A, if I could spell right, that would certainly help matters. Okay, wheel shock absorber, and I'm pretty sure that was what they were asking for. Let's double check this again. Wheel hub bearing, rear shock absorber A. My goodness. Rear shock Absorber A, so we want that bad boy right there. Okay. And, you know, you may have to go one at a time. Wheel hub bearing, sway bar, rear end link. Wheel hub bearing and sway bar link. Let's see. Wheel hub bearing. Okay, and sway bar. Sway bar end link, sway bar rear end link, sway bar. I think it was this one. Sway bar rear end link. Let's double check. You can always sell them back if you buy the wrong one. Okay, we did. Front drive shaft. We need to pick up one of those bad boys. Front drive shaft. Front drive axle. Front drive shaft. There we go. Not for 4x4, so we're pretty good. Okay, so this is all goodies underneath, so we need to go up one more level. Now, something you can do, guys, when you have that list, it is identifiable by looking in overview mode. All the red parts are the guys we're going to have to get at. So some of the front, some of the back, so let's just go ahead and start with the front then. Looks to me as if the outer and inner tie bars are going to need to be replaced as well. So we will pick those up as we do our thing. So to get at that, we need to get at that. All right. Let's go ahead and start taking parts off. So we need to get at the tire. Most oftentimes, tires got to be removed. They just block you from doing everything, so not so bad. Okay, we can go right to the drive shaft. There we go, right to the axle, I mean. And the front drive shaft. We need to take off this bad boy over here. To do so, we got to remove this tire. So as you can see, guys, it's, you know, you don't have to know how to work on a vehicle. Although I would figure that by the time you're done playing this game, if you put the hours into her, you'll have a pretty good indication on what is what. Now, this isn't going to make you a mechanic by any stretch of the term, but it is certainly, I need to get out of this. Let's see. I think I'm not so happy with that. We're gonna go ahead and do this for them. We're gonna take off the outer tie rods because they're looking pretty beat. And we'll take off the inner tie bars, also pretty beat. So outer tie rod and the inner tie rod. I think that was it. Nothing else over there was bad, just those in the back. Okay. So we'll pick these up real quick. Tie rods, we need one of each. You can keep a stock of this stuff. You go through it quite regularly. Then you wouldn't have to come in here each and every time. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So we need to focus on something first, then change to part mount mode. Now we can start putting these bad boys back on. Okay, and we'll put on our tie rods. Yep. Go ahead and screw that up. I wish it was this easy to work on my vehicle. I tell you. Okay, that's looking good. Let's come over here. We need to get this guy on. Yep. Focus him in. And then we can put the tires back on, which are in pretty good shape. Now, there are other tools you can get, guys. I imagine there's a diagnostic tool later on in the game. However, at this stage, I do not have it. Something you can do. Let me just take a look and see here. Okay, so, yeah, we got to get these bad boys going. So let's focus in on the suspension here. And we'll take a look and see. So we want this guy off and this guy. Okay. Let's take him off then. Nothing's in the way. Let's see. If we want him off, we got to get the tire off. So tire comes off. I do find it quite entertaining, and there's something very relaxing about working on vehicles, especially when they're not your own. You know, nothing else here I need to worry about on this side. Okay, let's go ahead and put these guys back together then. Let's see, put the rear end link on. Beautiful. there's another guy here. There it is. Hard to click your camera on it sometimes. Okay, now we put the tire back on. Beautiful. Okay, and let's just come over here to this side. Let's see, what are we looking at over here? Okay, so that is a sway bar rear end link. Now, I don't think I have another one. Let's take the tire off because that's going to have to go. Beautiful. Yes, sir. And there she goes. Okay. Can we get in here? There it is right there. Now, I don't think I actually have a new one of these. No. So I need to buy a sway bar rear end link. Go to our trusty tablet. Sway bar rear end link. Buy one of those bad boys. Now, again, I've just kind of gone above and beyond. They weren't calling for this to be done. Well, I need to focus in. There we go. But you do make money on it. I don't know how much. I don't know if I'm just making money on the parts. But we shall see. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So I do believe now that everything... Oh, the wheel hub bearing. Oh, is that... Oh, it's over on that tire. I can just see the red right there. Okay. So what we'll do then is we will opt out of here, move over to this side. We're going to have to remove the tire. Get at this bad boy. And we'll have to remove the brakes as well, calipers and the pads, and the disc. Was it the wheel hub? No, it was not. It was that right there. So we need to take out this bearing. Here we go. Beautiful. And now we can put it all back together. Did I miss? Hold on. Let's take a look here. I guess I did get it. Okay. Gets a little confusing sometimes. I find that sometimes you just need to double check, because it wouldn't be the first time I've had to take something off and put it all back together, put it all back on. Let's see, did I get that piece? Wheel hub bearing. Let's see. There we go. Just hadn't put her in yet. Okay, now we can carry on, put the rest of these bad boys in. No, I don't want to use that one. Almost gave him my new one that's sitting in there. There we go. Yes, go ahead and put those on. And good, good. We'll have cap. Awesome. So there we go, guys. That's pretty much the gist of it. This is more or less what you'll be doing until you make enough money that you've progressed enough that you can unlock the ability to go and... Oh, let me put this back on here. To go and... What did I miss? Did I not put something back on? Oh, I didn't put my drive axle. There we go. Now we can put the tire on. The ability to go and hit the auction where you could actually start flipping cars, strip them down and do them all up, and you know, here we go, finish the order, and we made some money. Not bad. That's it. And as you can see, I've got more orders waiting. I can take them all. You've got a timer. There's time bonuses to some. You earn just a little bit extra cash. Each one gives you a bit of a description. If there is a list, if there isn't a list, like for instance, one of these, this one here, I would need to go in and identify this. So to identify it, maybe with a scanner down the road, it's different. But for now, I have to physically lay my hands on every piece. So I have to take them off. Once I've taken them off, I can identify it and I can fix it. That's the gist of it, guys. So all in all, I think the game is very satisfying. I do believe it is worth the smaller amount that they're asking for. They're not asking for $50 or $60. This is their flagship game. It has been released. Now, I want to note it does have some bugs. It is a little bit glitchy at times. Sometimes there's bugs that prevent you from doing things. I have found simply by logging out and back in has corrected these bugs. I did expect it because, well, the developer has a habit of releasing games that, they push them out and they look polished, but they often fix it within the first week or two. So I would say that inside the next week or two from now of the time of this recording, the majority of everything should be addressed. Is it playable in its current state? Absolutely. Is it enjoyable? If this is your type of game, absolutely. I quite enjoy it. Makes the beard happy. I gotta tell you, I'm not regretting it whatsoever. So, guys, I give it a thumbs up. The beard is smiling. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend it. It is on sale at the time of this video on Steam. Go and see for yourselves. Let me know in the comments anything that if you've played it, if you like the game, if you don't like the game, any comments at all. Let's get a conversation about it. I want to hear what you guys think about it. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button. Mash it, guys. It helps me out an awful lot. Go ahead and share the video with your friends. Exposure is everything for a young channel like myself. I am the Beard with Kaplow Entertainment. I want to thank you for joining me. And stay tuned, guys. I'm going to carry on with a new series on this game. It might be a mini-series. And I'm going to pick up right where I'm leaving off right here. As I do have a bit of a start, not too terribly far into it. And if you've enjoyed it, I'll see you then. All right, guys. Thanks very much. All right.